have at it.
On the conference call today, you said you wanted to see your team offensively play free and defensively let it go. Were you pleased tonight?
Yeah, I thought we played with great energy, and we acted like we were having a lot of fun out there and a lot of enthusiasm. And it's amazing when you have those sorts of things happen, good things happen. And I thought we played very well. We really didn't shoot the ball that well. They shot the ball better from three. We wouldn't think that, the way the game felt, but and we missed a lot of bunnies inside. But certainly we attacked the glass probably as well as we've done all year long.
What was your main message to these guys coming into this after the rough stretch?
I don't know if I had a main message. I think, I'm a big believer that first of all, it's been a rough week, but there's reasons why it's been a rough week. I think we've created it a lot ourselves. And all teams go through funks, but we've been in a funk, and we really didn't do the things we needed to kind of get out of it. And it's more between your ears than it is actual execution and plan, even though that was pretty poor. It wasn't that we weren't trying, but when your mind's not quite there, and our margin for error is not as great this year as maybe it's been in years past. So, we got stung a couple of times, but in all honesty, hey, a couple of those games, TCU was a game that we really never had a chance to win. The other games we had a chance to win, but certainly I felt like we were what's the right word? Out-toughed, I think, in those three games, and the reason why we probably weren't as successful as all of us would have hoped. But we weren't tough enough to make a run. We need to have a knot put on our head, in large part just to get us tougher. And of course, it hurt us with our league chances, without question, because we have a tough road ahead of us. But I think it'll help our team down the road, which is obviously the most important, the postseason season. But still, yeah, we still control our own destiny, even though it's going to be difficult, without question. But we just weren't tough enough, Jason. We were. I think we've gotten spoiled, just like everybody around here does, that this won't happen to us, and certainly we just sat there and took it and allowed it to happen.
How much did Nadir have playing at a faster pace time?
I don't know that he, in general, had us playing at a fast. We were playing at a fast pace before he ever got in, but I do think Nadir played great. I mean, he played great. It's the best half of basketball he's played since he's been here. He was absolutely terrific tonight, and we needed him to be. We had a lot of guys play well, but certainly he's one of our key performers, especially there in the first half.
How about him guarding Rodney?
Well, that wasn't by design. I mean, that was because of foul situations. If you need Ben's legs to shoot, and so if you allow him to chase Rodney, that wears him down, and Travis was out of the game in foul problems, and Elijah had too. So we really didn't have another choice. And I thought that Nah the first half did a great job on it. Second half, not as good. He got his the second half, had 17 and a half second half. But I thought Nah did a good job on both ends the first half.
You mentioned playing faster. What kind of key getting going? It looked like just a faster speed.
Well, I think, believe it or not, our game plan has never been to slow down. It's amazing to me that guys do not play as fast as the coaches want them to play. Usually it's the other way around. Coaches won't let us run. That's not the case at all. I want them to run, and I want them to play faster. Today it was more of a collective team effort and doing that. But it's hard to play fast when you don't do anything defensively to create any energy or loose balls or deflections and things like that. And TCU, we have one steal, and that didn't come till 4 minutes left in the game. And Oklahoma, we didn't create pace from our defense. Tonight, we created pace from our defense. And plus, K-State plays fast defensively, which encourages you to go make plays. So I think that probably put it in our minds that we have to attack more because we knew they were going to pressure us.
Bill, besides the mental toughness, in what ways do you feel like the recent rough week will make this a better basketball team over the ensuing weeks?
Well, to me, that's primarily it, and it's a tough lesson to learn. First of all, folks, losing 3 in a row is not. I understand it's not forgivable. Okay, it's a terrible deal. But what we're going through is what 98% of all teams in America go through, or 99%. There's only 1% that doesn't have rough stretches during a season, And we've been so spoiled here because for a long time we haven't had these type of stretches. I mean, I think it's been like 7 years since we've lost 2 games in a row, if I'm not mistaken, or 6.5 years. So we haven't gone through that, and I really think that it'll certainly put a focus on what can happen when we're not at that magic level to compete. And, a lot of that's toughness, but also a lot of it is, sacrificing for the good of others, having the right frame mindset, worrying about your teammates, being a good teammate. I think there's a lot of things that go on with that. When this past 10 days or so, I think we've kind of been having the focus on who we saw in the mirror as opposed to the focus being everybody else. And that's a normal tendency. It's not selfish at all, but it's just thoughts that kids have when things aren't going well, or I'm not doing this, or I'm not doing that, or I'm not quite healthy, and you put the focus on yourself rather than the others, and you just don't play quite as well.
Ben obviously made shots tonight, but did he play?
He played a lot better. He was aggressive. He starts the game out with 2 turnovers that were totally unforced, but he stayed aggressive. His first shot was from 25 feet, and he shot at 30, but after that, he got in a rhythm, but he attacked the goal better. He handled the ball better. He did a lot of things better tonight.
Bill, you mentioned how it's unforgivable joking about that, but I mean, the
I'm
guys
sure
are
I'll
so
get
low.
some.
Guys are so low after the TCU game. How important was it after Oklahoma to keep them up?
Well, I think, it was a quick turnaround. We actually, you guys may not think so, but we actually had a great mindset going to OU. I mean, we had a tight huddle. We were good in the locker room. The problem is that we ran into a team that made shots and made a lot of perimeter shots, and then we missed our free throws. I mean, it's going to be hard to win there no matter what, but when those 2 things happened, then our chances weren't as good. So our mindset was good at OU, and I really wasn't that upset. I didn't show them film against OU. I let my assistants show them film because I knew I'd probably blow a gasket, and so they coached them in the film session. I came in at the end and made a couple of points, but the whole mindset was, let's get ready to, beat K-State. These guys are mature enough to know that they're mature enough, and they're also young enough to know that, we worry about so many things. I bet you there's fans that worry more about certain things, and these kids, they leave here and it hurts and all stuff, but they still get to go see their girlfriend, or they still get to go out to eat dinner with their family, and they still got other things going on. Where coaches, it's life and death, and that's the way it is all across America. So I think our guys did a good job of understanding, hey, we're just kids, we just need to go have some fun, and they did that.
Coach talked after the Oklahoma State game about how you've kind of been living on the edge a little bit with some of the close wins. Is this, what we saw tonight, closer to what you think your team is, or what is the real JL team?
Well, I think that when we play well, this is what our team is. You're going to have games, and everybody goes through it, okay? The really talented teams is camouflage more, but you're going to have, if you play 30 games, you're going to play 10 great games, you're going to win them. You're going to play 10 fairly good games, and hopefully if you got good enough players, you'll win those. You're going to play 10 games where you're not any good, and you got to figure out a way to win those games. We've been through a stretch where we haven't been as good, and the other teams have defended us smart and done some things and take advantage of us in some ways. But I think this is closer to who we are if we play with the mindset and with the focus and the energy level. But we have a big drop-off. Tonight we looked athletic. The last 3 games we haven't been athletic at all, and I think that's between the ears as much as anything else.
Coach, another season sweep of the Wildcats, just astonishing numbers historically against this team. What does that mean to your program? What does that mean to you and advancing that continued dominance over K-State, their rival?
Well, they are our rival, but I don't look at it like that at all. I look at it, we're 8-3 and they're 8-3. No matter how you get to it, you're 0-2, you're 2-0. No matter what, we got the same record. So I don't really look at it much more than that. I really don't.
All right, Coach, thank you.
Okay, guys.